40, not 4040. It also is going to be releasing to people who pay for the premium version of it over the next few weeks. The actual voice companion or partner or assistant that you want to that you can use to help you in specific situations. So I'm going to play 3 different videos, and then I'm going to show you what this new version of ChatGPT can do.
Hi. Hey there, it's going great. How about you? I see you're rocking an OpenAI hoodie. Nice choice. What's up with that ceiling though? Are you in a cool industrial style office or something?
Well, can you take a guess at what I might be doing based on what I'm showing you here?
From what I can see, it looks like you're in some kind of recording or production setup. With those lights, tripods, and possibly a mic, it seems like you might be gearing up to shoot a video, or maybe even a live stream.
Yeah. In fact, we've got a new announcement to make.
That's exciting. Announcements are always a big deal. Judging by the setup, it looks like it's going to be quite the professional production. Is this announcement related to OpenAI, perhaps?
It is. And in fact, what if I were to say that you're related to the announcement, or that you are the announcement?
Me? The announcement is about me? Well, color me intrigued. Are you about to reveal something about AI? Or more specifically about me as a part of OpenAI? You've got me on the edge of my, well, I don't really have a seat, but you get the idea. What's the big news?
Yeah, we've got a new model that can interact with the world through audio, vision, and text.
That's crazy.
Are you creeped out yet?
Yes.
I was creeped out a little bit when I first saw it too. All right, so moving on. Here's the next video. This is a gentleman who's blind. This can really help in a big way.
Is the king in residence at the moment?
Yes, it looks like the king is in residence right now. The Royal Standard flag is flying above Buckingham Palace, which is the signal that the monarch is present. How exciting to be there while the king is home.
Try and tell me exactly what they're doing right now, please.
Right now the ducks are gently gliding across the water. They're moving in a fairly relaxed manner, not in a hurry. Occasionally, one of them will dip its head under the water, probably looking for food, and then pop back up.
I even know when a taxi is coming with its orange light on. I think I'll hail it to get home.
Yes, I spotted one just now. It's heading your way on the left side of the road. Get ready to wave it down. Great job hailing that taxi. It looks like you're all set to go. That's a good dog right there, leading the way into the taxi. Safe travels.
We don't need friends anymore.
One way to look at it, Frankie. Yes, that's one way to look at it. And here's the third one.
There's a movie about that, I think.
Yes. Yeah, there's lots of movies about that, Michael. And here's the third one. If you want to test out your dad jokes.
GPD, how's it going?
Hey there. I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. And how about you? What's up?
I'm doing fine. I'm gonna be a father real soon, and I think I can have your help with some dad jokes. I'm gonna tell you a joke, and you tell me if it passes as a dad joke.
That's awesome. Congrats on the upcoming addition to your family. And absolutely, I'd love to hear your joke. Lay it on me.
All right. What do you call a giant pile of kittens?
I don't know. What?
A mountain.
A mountain. That's perfectly hilarious. Definitely a top-tier dad joke.
Yeah, okay. So we saw 3 different versions of what a chat feature could do for you. Now, I want you to imagine for just a second this. You have that. You decide to walk through a home with your clients, and you see something that might be alarming to them, or that they have questions about, and you don't know the answer to it. You could pull it up and say, hey, what is this? Or it looks like or you could take pictures of a crack in the foundation or an old fixture that you're not quite sure what it is, and you could say, what is this? And it'll tell you, based upon all of the information that I have, here's what that looks like it could be. Or you could say, acting as a home inspector, what is something that I need to be paying attention to with this particular feature right here that I just showed you a picture of? You could take a picture and do that inside of ChatGPT today. Now, what they're showing you is coming in a couple of weeks where you'll be able to just walk through your home with the video on and ask it specific questions as you're going through, and it'll give you immediate answers. Now, I would preface it with then telling you that they also showed, and if you go on OpenAI, if you just type in OpenAI on YouTube, they'll show you some bloopers of this thing failing miserably. And it's really funny. Like in one conversation, it went from answering in English to mid-sentence just went into French. And then it stopped and said, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I accidentally started speaking French. So, I mean, is it perfect? Absolutely not. But here's what I want to show you this morning. We're going to do a live presentation here of ChatGPT in the new model. So here we go. I'm going to go to the 4.0, and I've already created a prompt that I'm going to give it here because I want to show you what. Actually, no. Before I do that, I'm just going to upload it. So here's a purchase contract that I'm going to upload into ChatGPT.
Is this new version part of what we use today as in free?
This is the premium version that I'm showing you is what I'm showing you right now.
Okay.
Now there's a version right below it that can also do it. It's just not going to be nearly as fast as what I'm going to show you. It's called ChatGPT 4, and the way you get between these ones is you just choose on the side here. So I'm in 4.0. ChatGPT 4 is there. If you don't have the premium version, this top one won't even be available to you. So I'm going to use the premium version right now. I just uploaded a purchase contract, and I'm going to say, what are the things in this contract that I should be paying attention to as a seller?
Tings.
Yeah, thanks.
All of a sudden you became Jamaican. What are all the tings in this contract? Sorry.
You're good. All right, so what are all the things in this contract? That's 2 words that I should be paying attention to as a seller. Boom. Reading the document. By the way, this is all, like Richard said this morning when I showed him this, I said, I'm going to show everyone something that might freak you out as our broker, yet I'm going to show them, and he was like, oh my God, this just wrote a whole class on all of the things that you need to be paying attention to. All right, so it said, access and utilities for inspections, risk of loss, building permits, maintenance and conditions, closing costs, special assessments, default dispute resolution, FERPTA compliance, and then it gives a message there. These points cover your responsibilities and obligations as a seller. Ensure you comply with these terms to avoid any legal or financial repercussions. Now, I gave it a prompt that I want to just, I'm going to just copy and paste in because I don't feel like writing it again. But it's a prompt that would give you the information that you would be most interested in. So here's the prompt that I created. I'm going to paste it right here. Analyze this contract. Give me the bullet points with the purchase price, cash down, finance amount, amount of time for acceptance of the offer, closing date. Let me know if there is a financing contingency and if there are any other additional items or additional terms. Reading the document. Purchase price, $325,000. Cash down, $10,000 as an initial deposit. Finance amount, $315,000. Time for acceptance of offer, 24 hours. Closing date, October 6, 2023. Financing contingency. This contract includes a financing contingency required by the buyer to obtain a loan approval within the first 30 days of the effective date. Additional terms, the seller must provide clean, clear, and marketable title with no liens, code violations, or open/expired permits and cases. Specific terms include the purchase included in the purchase are washer and dryer. Now imagine for just a second that you're in a multiple offer situation and you are on a timeline. You can, and I'm telling you, I trust it now because I've ran this contract through many different times. I studied the contract and I can tell you that the information that it has pulled up every single time has been right. So you're in a multiple offer situation. You have many contracts you have to go through, and you want it to create a spreadsheet for you outlining the bullet points: purchase price, cash down, finance amount, amount of time for acceptance of the offer, closing date, any financing contingencies, and if there's any additional terms. You could upload 3 different documents, 3 different times, and in the same stream here, and say, put a spreadsheet together for me that compares all 3 of these different offers. Pretty crazy, right?
Yeah.
Now, it's a little freaky, yet on the flip side, could this be massively helpful to you? Absolutely. Here's why I'm telling you this. Because in my opinion, before you ever sign any legal document again, one of the things that I would be doing is grabbing that legal document, uploading it into this, and asking it, based upon who you are signing it, what risks and liabilities you're about to inherit based upon the fact that you do sign that contract. So, let's say that you're going to go sign a deal with Zillow today to do advertising for them. How many of you guys have read the entire contract that you sign when you agree to advertise or pay a monthly fee to Zillow? I promise you, not many of you have, if any. Upload it into here and say, what are my responsibilities and liabilities that would come with this contract as the person who is now signing a contract paying Zillow a monthly fee of blank? And if I needed to get out of this contract, how would I be able to do it? This is where you can really, really help yourself in a massive way by running contracts through this thing. And here's what I'm also going to tell you. Don't just give it your blind trust yet. Do what I did. Read your contract multiple times over and start playing with it to see, okay, is this giving me the information that I need? Is this information accurate? Before you just forward it on to one of your clients and say, here's what the contract says. Thoughts? Yeah.
I want to say thank you, Scott, because before I heard about AI outside, I heard it from you first.
Yes.
You always bring in stuff that it's incredible. I don't even know how you find this stuff, but I wouldn't be surprised in 6 months or a year, every realtor is doing this.
I invest about $500 a month into a class that I take online in the evenings so that I can bring this stuff to you.
Thank you.
Because you've got to be ahead of your competition. And this is the way that you're going to do it. So thank you for that. And it's my pleasure to be able to do it because I just want to make sure that every single one of you succeed. Yeah.
Even though I'm not enthused about it at all.
Yet.
Yet. But to piggyback off what Gonzalo said, I'm going to read a text that I sent to my then Scripps leader, Chris Hurley. This was December 14th, 2022. Chris, if you haven't already, check out ChatGPT when you can. I gave him the website. I said Scott Tolar shared it with us over 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So thank you for being out front with technology.
It's my pleasure. My pleasure. Any other thoughts? All right. Can any of you guys see yourself actually using this to benefit your business?
Yes.
Can any of you see yourself using this to benefit your life and liability?
Yes.
Yes. Good. All right. Any other thoughts, comments, questions? All right. That is all. Yeah.
Scott,
Yes.
Okay, now, some of us are immigrants when
Yeah.
it comes to technology.
Yeah.
Okay, now, most people are citizens, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how do you pull out the immigrants to be able to, okay, to have their hands on it so that a person like myself will catch up?
Yeah. So as an immigrant or somebody who doesn't speak English as their first language.
No. I mean immigrants in the sense that some people who are born, I mean like my children,
Yeah.
they get it before you even say it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So a person like myself, I need hands-on, I need to move along. That's what I mean. I don't mean immigration.
But yeah, the greatest resource that you have out there is YouTube. And if you're comfortable with going to YouTube's website and just typing in how do I use ChatGPT, there are so many videos out there that you can watch that will walk you through all of this. And as a matter of fact, I mean, think about it like this. I remember when I was, I don't know, 8 years old maybe. This was before YouTube. And I went to, my grandpa and I, we were working on one of his trucks together. And we had to go down to the auto parts store and we had to buy a book. And this book was specific to the year and the make of the truck. And then we could look in it and see, okay, here's what's going on with it. And then we could read and look at the pictures to figure out how to fix it ourselves. I haven't bought one of those books for anything in forever. Yeah, I mean, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I haven't bought one of those books for anything in forever. Yet I've fixed so many things in my house on my own because I've been able to go to YouTube and say, here's what's going on. How can I fix it? Well, guess what? With this, you can go now to the app and you can say, here's what's going on. How can I fix it? And not only that, not only will it give you information about here's what it looks like might actually be happening, or here's something you may think is happening, but it's really probably something else. Here's a resource for you that you can go to learn how to fix it yourself right now, and it'll just automatically put in a YouTube video for you of somebody already fixing that. Or here's the other thing. Because so many companies are embracing AI, you can say, I have this issue going on right now. Who's the fastest person that can come and fix it? And it will be able to tell you at some point in time. This is why you have to embrace this, because at some point in time, it will be able to tell you, probably in the next 12 to 18 months, it looks like there's a plumber that has availability on their calendar today at 2 o'clock that can meet you at your home, and they're already over at this other property right now that's not far from you. Here's the other thing. It is getting a little creepy, but here's the other thing. Medical. You go to the doctor. Doctors are human, right? Can doctors make mistakes? Of course. Can AI make mistakes? Absolutely. But imagine if there's checks and balances between the human and the artificial intelligence. You go to the doctor and with 85% accuracy, AI is able to tell you what's going on, what's probably what is probably needed for you faster than what your doctor can. And then your doctor can look at it and look at the different test results and things like that and say, hey, you know, I can verify that that's exactly what needs to happen for this patient right here. And AI was able to do it faster and more accurately than what the doctor was. Now, that's not to say that doctors aren't important. The checks and balances there are what are so important that will ultimately allow AI to do really good things. Now, could that go in a whole different direction? Of course it could. And that's why there's proposals for legislation around AI, not just in the United States government, but for the whole world right now. You better believe that the United Nations is paying attention to what AI can do. And a lot of countries are adopting additional legislation to put parameters in place for AI. Now, here's what I'll also tell you. When I grew up as a kid, I'm gonna use my grandpa as an example again because he was a locksmith. And he would always tell people when we went to a place, if they asked the question, is this lock gonna keep people out of my house? He'd answer, a lock's only gonna keep an honest person out.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
the same thing with gated communities.
Yeah, gated community, the same thing. A lock's only going to keep an honest person out. Are there going to be things that go haywire with artificial intelligence? Absolutely. Do you remember that lesson that I taught you guys about Mother Teresa a couple weeks ago? That was terrible. Yet, when we gave it a little bit more details, it started to get a better picture of what we were actually looking for. As long as there's checks and balances, AI is going to be your greatest friend. Embrace it as much as you can right now because it will help you to be a better business person and could help you in a lot of other ways too. So my challenge to you guys would be go and play with it. For you, look at the YouTube videos out there. There's some really good ones. And here's the other thing. With that chat feature that that is going to be available in 2 weeks for those of you who pay a premium version, you can have conversations with people who don't speak the same language as you. So you can be sitting at a table, you can give it the prompt, hey, I'm going to be talking to somebody who speaks Spanish right now. Every time I say something in English, translate it to Spanish. Every time they say something in Spanish, translate it to English. And you can be sitting there and having a conversation with them, and it's just going to translate the whole thing for you. I didn't mean to blow your mind completely today. Yet, this is where we're going. These are the things we have to embrace. I know that you guys will be on the front end of it, and just know that I'm on the front end of it so that you can take advantage of it before your competitors do.